Good afternoon, my name is Jennifer Watkins and welcome to the America's Charities tutorial regarding the 2019 Events Survey. This is now an annual survey conducted by our staff in order to help streamline the events process for our members. The survey is being sent out to all individuals who are marked as event reps. Whether you're a participant in our CFC, our state and local, our private sector, or a combination of our programs, they all have events that occur during the campaign season. Both the CFC and the state and local, though, have the highest number of events and they feature all over the country. One of the things that the survey will allow you to do is, if you would like, to pick the exact locations you would like to receive notifications on for the events. If you're located on the East Coast, for example, and really don't have the boots on the ground to attend events in, say, Texas, you can use the listing of locations in the survey to indicate your exact interest. I'll touch on that in a little bit more detail as I go through the various parts of the survey. If you filled this out last year, we've made a few small changes and have added a few questions while making sure the survey is as simple and as quick to fill out as possible. One of the differences this year is that there are two different surveys for our national members and for our Community First members. Ultimately, this just really impacts one question, which I'll show you both questions during the tutorial. If you're new to events, or if you would like to have a refresher, we've linked two resources at the top of the survey. One will be a link to this recording, and the other is to the Events Toolkit. This is a great resource that contains general tips, FAQs for chapters and affiliates of our members, and promotional items. We encourage you to download this and to use it during the campaign event season. The first section here is for the person who is filling this out. You might not end up being the person who is the event rep, but we'd still like to capture the information of the individual who's filling out the survey. Once you've done that, you'll indicate if you are going to be the main contact for our events. We also encourage multiple people to be event reps at the same time. Events can fill up pretty quickly, and if you have only one person receiving the information, if they're out of the office, you might miss out on an opportunity for your organization. You can indicate here if the person filling out the survey will be the main and only event rep, if that person will be an event rep but will have others contacted for events as well, if they are only filling out the survey and will not be an event rep this year, or if the organization is opting out of all events for the year. You can then use the text box below to give us the contact information of any other individuals who aren't filling out the survey. One of our new questions this year is number 3. For events where only America's Charities, as the Federation, is invited, would your charity be comfortable representing the Federation and all of our charity members at the event? What this means is that sometimes when we receive a request to speak or attend a charity fair, the campaign is actually asking directly for America's Charities to be the one to attend. We are then allowed to tap a member charity to attend for us if we are unable to go. But we understand that not all of our members are comfortable acting as a direct America's Charities representative. We wanted to give you the option of opting in or out through this survey. Question 4 is also a new one, where you can indicate if you'd like to receive a copy of your 2018 events document. This is a report that I can run that will show you how many events were emailed to your organization in 2018 and how many you attended out of those that were sent. It's a really great resource to have on hand. For question 5, this is really where the largest change came in for our Community First members, which I'll touch on in just one second. This is what drives the survey and allows our members the flexibility to pick and choose the areas that they'd like to get events in. For our national members, this list has all the states from Alabama through Wyoming. If you want to pick individual states and not opt in for all of them, you will just need to select the box next to the state in question. If you leave a box blank, that indicates to us that you are opting out of a state. The only time we might reach out with an event invitation in an area you've opted out of, or if you've opted out of all events altogether, is if you are asked for specifically by name by an event coordinator. If you're a member who knows that they'd like to receive all areas, there is this selection at the very top of the list that says nationwide. I'm interested in receiving notifications for all events. Selecting this will opt you into everything. If you'd like to receive no events this year, there is the none option. Now for our Community First members, since you're located in the Washington, D.C. metro area and are probably less interested in, say, Alaska than even our national members, we went ahead and created a separate survey for you that streamlined question 5. You still have the option to opt in to everything all at once or opt out of everything all at once, but then you can individually select DC, Maryland, and Northern and Southern Virginia. A very important note for both our national and Community First members who are participating in the CFC, we've made a note here on the survey that when you select the District of Columbia, if you'd like to receive all invitations for the CFC of the National Capital Area / Northern Virginia, to also select Maryland and Northern Virginia selections. CFC NCA events run in all 3 locations. However, you don't have to. If you know that you will only be attending events in DC or Maryland or Northern Virginia, this survey gives you that flexibility. But we just wanted to point out, to avoid any confusion this year, that if you select DC, it does not cover all of the areas that NCA, VA, Northern VA cover for the CFC. That's really the meat of the survey. From here on out, it's actually going to be pretty quick. After this, we're in the promotional items section. A great way of expanding your presence, especially if you aren't able to make an event, is to send us giveaway items. If you're interested in doing so, please indicate that here, and one of our staff members will get back to you to coordinate this. We'll let you know what, if anything, we still have in stock of yours from last year, and we'll coordinate receiving more items if we need them for you. The summer is the best time for us to receive these giveaway items before the events kick into high gear, and it means that we're not reaching out throughout the year when a request comes in for giveaway items that we have them on hand. You can also continue to send them to us throughout the season. Summer just tends to be a little bit easier in order to get ahead of those events prior to when they start. In the next section, this is for us to find out if you have chapters, affiliates, or volunteers. Question 7 just lets us know yes or no if you have a network like this. If the answer to number 7 is no, this will be the last thing you need to answer on the survey, and you can select done. The following question, though, if the answer for 7 was yes, is if you intend to use that network to attend events on your behalf. This is actually an excellent way of expanding your reach to events, and we encourage you to do so if you have the ability. The important thing to really know in this situation, especially if you're using chapters or affiliates, is that the invitation is for your organization in particular, and they are asking them to go to represent you. If you do, please just note that we will still be working directly with you, and that you will then need to communicate that request directly to your chapter / affiliate. Us knowing this in advance just lets us now know who might be utilizing people outside the event reps that we're aware of. And last but not least, for those charities with chapters or affiliates, we are sometimes able to feature those chapters and affiliates in some private sector campaigns. If you would like us to do that, we will need some updated information on them. So once you select yes, please review the text underneath it and send a spreadsheet with the requested and updated information to my coworker, Brittany. Her email is right in here. And we are just looking for items such as affiliate name, EIN, address, phone number, etc. A lot of the campaigns do require us to update that information wherever we're able to put them in. And at that point, you have finished the 2019 events survey. Thank you for following along with this tutorial, and I'm looking forward to another wonderful events season.